Hello everyone, Abby here, Purple Cottage Crafts, and welcome back to another quick tips with Abby video. So I am currently finishing up a project. This is the fabric journal that I have completed recently, Stitched Memories. She will be up for sale, shameless plug. But as part of the closure, I'm working on just slow stitching some different bits of vintage fabrics and little bits that are left from me working on that journal. And I was getting to the end of this thread. Now I am not saying, disclaimer, I am not saying that wow, Abby just thought of this idea that nobody else has ever done. No. That is not it. I just got to thinking as I was snipping off some of the ends of my little bits of fabric because, or excuse me, my floss or string, whatever it is I'm working on. I always keep mine. I just like it. I think it's just a really cool visual thing. When I get enough, I'm probably going to stick in a jar, a clear vase or something. You might be like, what? But that's me. But I have tons and tons of these piles because I have them all over my different stitching bags and stuff. And so I like to keep them because you can reuse these as what they're intended for in other projects and stuff. So like a lot of times I'll end up like little tiny pieces like this, like little snip ends or something like that. And I have another video I'm going to show you how I use those. But because I was coming to the end of this particular project here, I wanted to, or this thread, excuse me. This is what I have this, it's actually DMC floss, but I've waxed it, and so it's a really nice texture right now. So when you have a little bit left like this, you don't necessarily have to, take it out and either throw it away or keep it like what I'm doing, but you can repurpose this into a different, to work on the project you're currently working on or a project that you are going to start. And I'm just going to kind of get some of these smaller ones out of the way here. Okay, so let me get you guys zoomed in so I can show you what I'm going to do with this. Okay, got you in real close here so you can see what I'm doing. So on this project, I just kind of did a basic running stitch down this strip of fabric to adhere all these different pieces, and then I'm kind of adding to them as I go along. So this one here is not stitched down to the project because I was thinking I may want to fold this up or roll it up like this and just kind of have another layer of visual texture as well as tactile texture too. So that's what I'm going to do with this little bit that I have left. And it's kind of wanting to naturally curl up just because of the way it was stored in my fabric bin or whatever, my totes. And I think I like that. I'm not going to think about it too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and just start doing a basic stitch. And I already have a knot in my my thread. And I'm going to try to use all of this in this particular one here. So if it's not, even space or something, I'm not going to worry about that because the goal is to use this little bit of thread that's left, floss technically, and to also incorporate it into a project that I'm working on because, I like to, use up all the different materials that I have just to kind of make them go further. And I know that we're all that way. It's not just me. And plus it ties in with the color of the floss that I'm already using for this particular project. And once I get this all the way done, I'll get my fingers out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing. You're probably like, we can't see anything through your hands. Sorry about that. And let's see. I like how that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I can probably get 2 more stitches out of this. So let's do that. Kind of go on the end here. And then we'll get 1 more in the very end. I think that's going to look pretty cute. I don't even have to do that actually. I like how that looks like there, I think. And I've got this little floppy bit right here, which I think is pretty cool too. Or I can go back through with the rest of this one and just do one more final stitch and kind of tack this one down. So I think I'll do that. So I'm going to spare you watching me rethread my needle and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the rest of that floss that I had just used. So I just have a little tiny bit left. This is going to be perfect. So I'm just going to tack down this little bit right here, and I think I can get 2 stitches out of this. We'll see. And this is a vintage piece of trim, so it's kind of wanting to fray, which I like. That's one of the many things I love about all this old materials and textiles and things that we like to use on our projects. Oops, kind of get that just smudging over there. There we go. And I have enough to go through one more time. And I'm going to do so. Let me just kind of think where I want it to look. I think I want it to go right here. I think I would like to have it go over this one part right here. I'm trying to make sure I'm not in... Oh, and I just unthreaded my needle here. Give me just a sec. Okay, got that threaded up. I can also use a smaller needle, but since I already have this one out, I'm just going to use this one. I mean, and I'm talking like in height, you know, not gauge size. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of poke through. I'm trying to make sure I don't poke my finger and making sure I'm staying in frame here. It's precarious position here, folks. I'm just going to kind of go down right there in the center, and then I'm going to get the most out of this that I can possibly get. So I was able to just, you know, do a couple purposes. One, the visual and tactile texture, as well as tacking down this bit here that I wanted to do, and also to use up that little bit of floss that I had left. So this is all that I have left of that. Where'd it go? Here it is. And that is what I have left right there. And then I'll keep this and use it with my other little bit longer bits that I have right here. And I'll be showing you in a different video how I'm going to be incorporating these into my different stitching projects. So I hope you enjoyed this quick tips with Abby, and that maybe I gave you another way to look at your tiny pieces of floss and string, or some of your scrap threads from different projects and stuff like this. So, alright you guys, I will see you next time. Bye!